Hi everybody, this is Laura. I am going to show you how I squared up my blocks and do a bit of a layout for you, and then how to square the finished block completely. I cut my fabric 1/8 of an inch larger so that I could be sure that I had enough to square them up. As you can see, I have the Tucker trimmer. And for those of you that have been taking Gail's classes, these are an excellent tool. You line your one line up from point to point and the dotted line on the seam. And then you take your cutter and you trim off any excess. In this case, we want the blocks to be 3.5 by 3.5. So you would then turn it around and repeat the process, lining up the dotted lines on your cut edge so that you can then cut your other side. And you do this for all the blocks in these projects. I found it best to do it that way. Once you've got all your blocks squared up, I have a few more to go, you then lay the blocks out. And for this, you lay it out, all your rows out. Once you have all your rows laid out, then you sew each row together, and then you sew the rows together from there. After you've got all your rows sewed together, you take your block and you take a larger square up ruler, and these blocks need to measure 9.5 square. So you take your 9.5 inch, take your block and lay your ruler on it, like so. And you can see that I'm pretty even on all of it. I notice that I'm a little shy down on the bottom, so I will have to shift up here. Now if you're out 1/8 of an inch, it's not a big deal. If you're out more, then I would suggest taking the block apart and putting it back together, and use a scant 1/4 inch to do so. Once you've lined everything up and you see that things are off, then you look at it and try and only trim on the sides evenly. So if you take off, say, 1/8 of an inch here, then you need to take 1/8 of an inch off there, and you need to get it at 9.5. I see this block, I need to take it apart and put it back together. We'll take another look at another block. Here's another block that I had done. Again, I would line the block up with the edges everywhere, and I will need to trim it over here. So I will turn the block around, line it up again, and then I guess I didn't really need to. I must not have lined it up properly. Anyway, then you would trim on this side, like so. And again, you trim evenly on all sides. And you do that for all blocks. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can always give the store a call and they can answer anything. Thanks a lot. Bye.